Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Hannah and today I'm filming a what's on my iPad video. I've had this for about a month now, so I feel like I've had some time to kind of figure out some cool apps that maybe you don't know about. And yeah, if you want to see what's on my iPad, just keep on watching. Alright, so this is my iPad. It's the 4th generation in the color blue. This case is from Amazon. I'll link it below if you're interested in it, but it's nice because it's super thin. It doesn't cover the corners or anything, but it's just a magnetic front and back, and then it has a little closure for the pencil, so it's pretty nice. I've been liking it so far. I haven't dropped my iPad or anything, so I'm not worried about protection that much. It's really nice because you can open it and then it just snaps into place like that. Okay, so this is currently my home screen. It's just a picture of my bridals or formals from before I got married. And welcome to my home screen. The top 2 rows are just Apple apps, and I left them there just because they're useful and I use these ones more than others. And then the bottom 2 rows are apps that I use more regularly and they're more fun apps. So I have YouTube and YouTube Studio, Instagram, which I don't really use on the iPad because, yeah, let me see if I can show you. Okay, so this is Instagram. I pulled up my brother-in-law's band as an example. So it's very large, but I just don't really, feels a little excessive to use Instagram on the iPad, but it's an option. Next I have Brawl Stars, which you can't really do on the iPad because holding up a screen like this is just way too big and puts you at a big disadvantage, but again, nice to have the option. Like, look how huge. My trophy count is currently 14,571. Just kidding, that's probably not even that good. But if you want to play, leave your name below and we can brawl. Next I have podcasts. I've been loving listening to podcasts lately. Currently I only have 4 in my library. Normally I use Spotify for my podcasts because they're included on there, but I was like, hey, I have the podcast app, I might as well use it. I don't really know, it doesn't really make a difference in the whole listening experience. But then I have Pinterest, which is a joy to use on the iPad because everything is so much bigger. And it's just so nice and easy to pin stuff because you have so much screen space. Ooh, those are cute. But yeah, my Pinterest is a mess because I had this since I was literally like 11. So that's why I don't really advertise it. Yeah, I really like light, white, beige, modern type of aesthetic stuff, so. Then I have a bunch of streaming apps, so there's Disney Plus, Netflix, and Hulu. I've been using the iPad a lot to watch videos because I like to put something on while I cook or clean, and so it's really nice being able to have a giant screen. I have the luxury of watching Scream Queens while I cook pasta. Next I have Spotify. I sometimes listen to music on here, usually just use my phone, but occasionally I'll play stuff from my iPad. Here's my profile if you want to go follow me. I have mostly rap playlists, but my older playlists, like this one, has a lot of indie stuff like Mac DeMarco and stuff like that. Also, the background on my iPad is super random. I just found a random cute little bunny one and I thought it was fun, so yeah. Okay, the next thing is Procreate. I haven't really done anything on here. Hi, so my camera decided to stop recording, so I'm just going to film like this. It's only for about a minute, so fear not. But I was just talking about Procreate and how I haven't really done anything on it except for writing my name in cursive on it, but I really want to learn how to use it. There's so many cool different brushes and tools on it, and you can do such amazing stuff with it, so I really want to get better at doing that. Also, in the bottom right corner, that little empty space really bothers me. It's because TikTok used to be there, but I deleted it because I like to frequently delete social media. It, for one thing, is a big distraction, and 2, it can cripple your self-esteem, so yeah, I recommend deleting your social media every once in a while. And then I am a student, so I have the Canvas or student app, and that just has all of my university's classes on it. Then I have GoodNotes. So far, I really like it, and it's nice because my school's online, so I can just play the lecture and then take notes at my own pace. But yeah, I just continue to go on talking about GoodNotes, so roll the footage. As I was saying, I got GoodNotes because it seemed more appealing to me than Notability. I don't really know why, but the one thing I wish this had is the voice recording feature. Like I said earlier though, my classes are all online, so I don't really need to use it, but in the future, that would be nice to have for sure. This next app you have to get if you're a college student. Or not a college student, that was exclusive. If you're a student, period, you need to get this app. It's called Study Bunny, and it's the freaking cutest thing ever. I'm pretty sure my bunny's dead, but you basically go into it and take care of your bunny. And it's kind of like those forest apps where you plant a tree and then you need to study to water it. This is essentially the same thing, but I feel like it's cuter because you get a little bunny. My bunny's name is Tofu. I don't know why I name everything Tofu. My Brawl Stars name is Tofu, and if I get a dog, I want to name it Tofu. But he's sad right now because I haven't really studied today. But if you click on him, he waves. He looks real sad. So you have to study, and you set a timer for how long you're gonna do it, and then his happy health bar up at the top goes up. I didn't really realize what this was, but so you can get carrots also by watching ads, and when you feed the bunny the carrot, then it makes his health bar go up a little bit. So I think it's just a way to kind of like cheat the system. If you don't study, then he'll still be like happy and alive. So it's kind of just like a supplemental thing. Like, you're not supposed to feed the bunny, you're supposed to study. But if you don't want to study, then you can feed the bunny. But yeah, it's so cute. You can buy a bunch of accessories for him. You can put him in a different room. This food I was confused by because I thought you could buy it to feed to him, but it's just decoration, so don't waste your time on that. That's dumb, but it's so cute. I love it. It makes studying so much more fun. It really does. Except I've obviously been neglecting my bunny. But it's really helpful because you can have a checklist in here. You can make flashcards, which I haven't done, but that's neat. And then you can also play music. So you can either click to YouTube and it links like a jazz music lo-fi beat, or you can buy some on SoundCloud. There's a ticking clock, which gives me anxiety. I don't know why I thought that would be a good one. So yeah, Study Bunny, definitely recommend it. It helps you get a little bit more motivated to study. And then I have books, and I recently figured out a way to download PDF books on your iPad for free. So I made a TikTok about it. You can go check it out. I'll leave the link in the description. But I had been paying so much money for books, and honestly, we never even use them. They tell you the book is required, you don't even touch it, and you waste $200. So anyway, if you're looking for a way to get your books for free on your iPad, it's such a great way to have access to your book. And then I have Kindle. I don't use Kindle, but it's kind of just there if I need books for school. And then I have 2 Japanese apps. Haven't really been using them lately, but I took a semester of Japanese last year, and I basically forgot everything I knew, so I wanted to refresh with these apps. I think they're pretty beginner friendly. It's just saying like adverbs, particles, stuff like that, but this one's hiragana, so fun stuff. Ah! You're okay? You scared? The next app is Libby, which is basically a library for your iPad. So a great way to get free books. You just use your local library card or a school library card if you have one. You can put holds on books and check them out, and you can even listen to them if they have the audiobook. So like, why would you pay for Audible or even go buy a book when you could just use the library? I used to go to the library like every single week when I was a kid, but I don't know if people really go to them anymore. I don't know the last time I actually went to a real library, and I just don't do that anymore. But it's free! Like, it's there as a resource for your community, so you should totally use it. And then the next thing is Minimalist. It's just a to-do list, and it's very minimal. So you can just, how do you do this? Like, it's been a minute since I've used this, but you pull down, you add a task. Let's put film video. And then when you're done, you can just whoop, delete it or check it off like this. So I like how minimal it is, as the name implies. It's a great way to track what you need to do for the day. I have Keynote and Pages. I don't use either of those, but I just left them there. Voice memos. I'm so sad because I used to have a bunch of recordings of voice memos on there back from when I was like 15, and they're all deleted. I don't know what I did. I guess I must have just told iCloud to erase it, but I had a lot of stuff on there that I really liked listening to. Like, I had me playing the piano, me with my friends, me singing, like really good lectures and stuff like that, but they're all gone forever, so I'm really bummed about that, but it's okay. I have Sketchbook, which is basically a free, less advanced Procreate, so if you're wanting to draw stuff or make thumbnails, this is what I used to always use. It's really nice. It works totally fine. And then I have Lightroom, which is a photo editing app. I obviously haven't signed into it, but it's Adobe Lightroom, so it's really advanced. There's a lot of different stuff you can do on there. I think you're kind of limited to what you can do on the iPad unless you have the full version, or if you pay, I'm not sure. But it's good if you want something a little bit more advanced than Visco or something like that. You can do more with it. And then I have PixArt and Fonto, which I use to make my thumbnails. Both are amazing. They're very easy to use. I think I made this with it, so you can, I obviously didn't do a very good job, but you can just delete the background of stuff, collage stuff, doodle, add stickers and stuff like that. And then Fonto has a bunch of really good fonts for the text on your thumbnails. Alright, so that's everything that's on my iPad. There's not too much, but there's a lot of good stuff for if you're a student, or maybe if you're a YouTuber and you want to make thumbnails or draw or anything like that. If you have any really good app recommendations that you think I or others should know about, please leave it in the comments and let us know what it is. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you in my next one. Bye!